my camera every time. I do it beforehand, but something about PlayStation. Okay, we're starting the podcast episode 30 for Guardians of the Guest. This is the pregame show. If you don't want to hear us talk about crap until the podcast, we'll wait about 10, force forward about 10 minutes and start with the podcast. But we're going to do a sound check, so I want everybody to say a few things. In a minute. I got to refresh here. Hang on.
Do I gotta sign in order to
No.
see your?
No.
Okay.
Okay, we're live. All right.
So see your podcast. So no one else is up and running yet to see chat lines, right?
Okay, TDS, you're fine. Junkie?
Sup?
Wolfee?
What up?
Okay, we're good to go. I am muting my stream. And as luck would have it, Welding Cook's available to be a co-host as well. So I went from having 4 people to maybe having 6. That would take 2 hours, so let me message Weld, tell him thank you, and then he's a guest. Okay, should be coming back on in a second. This is the pregame. We work at all the kinks. This is the look behind the curtain.
And to which is home.
Okay.
The stream started. Hi.
Let me get my. I came up with this thing. If anyone's watching my stream, I'm on my outline. Wait there. Wait, let me get it so you can see. If you're watching this in the future, you can pause it and see the whole show right there. That's the first page. Here's the second page. And here are shady questions, which are on the third page. And you guys think I don't prep. It just sounds that way. On the one column, I have what type of LEDs I'm going to have behind me during each segment. I'm going to change with each segment. All right, we got about 5 minutes. Is VA ready?
VA will be ready in a moment.
Okay. And Wolfee, sure. I sent VA a T-shirt, but that was like months ago. I don't know if that was before you move or not, but if you want to send me your address, I will send you tonight's outline, a signed Shady business card, and a Destiny pen as thanks for being a guest.
Well, that would be the same. That would be the same address as her.
I'm not sure if I have your current one because you guys moved.
We're still in Maryland, though.
Well, I mean,
wait.
yeah, but I mean,
You don't have that one?
See, what happened? BC moved, and I sent a package of pens to his old address.
Oh,
And
okay.
confused the new resident altogether. I mean, I must have been. I got a pack of pens in the mail. What the hell? I don't. Just send it again. I'm not gonna stalk you. I'm not gonna come visit. I promise.
Do you want me to send you the address via PlayStation?
Yeah, yeah. Just do a message just to me.
Yeah.
That's at my expense. It cost me about $7 to do this between postage and the pen. And I personalize the outline. Junkie, what'd you do with yours?
I use mine every day.
Not your pen, the packet, the outline, the
Oh,
podcast.
that's in my special podcast folder.
Okay.
It says I'm a pineapple.
TDS, could you send Weld a note? I don't want my screen to go blue again. Send Weld a note saying we have a
Yep,
guest. I want you. Can you be on next week? Can you be a guest next week?
I got you.
Because he says he's waiting for an invitation to come join us. We can't have 6 people. We've tried that in the past. I mean, it's okay if it's like when you and Envious were on, that was fine. But it's just that we can't have five hosts.
There
Hey,
you go.
VA.
Oh no.
Good evening,
There's
everyone.
low. There's
It's a cackler.
low. AVA.
Hello.
VA, you got your top 3 ready?
Hello.
We're starting in 3 minutes.
Shady does not want
I
you
literally
to be
just
on his
sat
show
down.
anymore.
I literally just sat down.
Please go
so-
away. That's what you wanted, right, Shady?
Something like that.
All right.
Okay. 2 minutes. T minus 2 minutes. VA, thanks to Wolfee here, I have 53 subscribers now.
Awesome.
That
You
was my
should have some
strategy. Have
viewers
people
as
on as
well.
guests.
Well, and you should have a few viewers because I posted it in the DoD main.
Okay. I was told Rogue is not feeling well and may not be in chat, which he will be really sad about that because it's the one thing he looks forward to every week. I don't know why.
When people start chatting, will it just pop up on the screen somewhere?
It does
Yeah.
in the channel, yes.
In the YouTube channel.
Yes.
I think that's where I'm at. I could be wrong.
Yeah, Peeps is on. Wow, Peeps, I sent that last Wednesday. Of course, you didn't give me your real name, so I sent it to Peeps at your address. You really should. Well, I mean, it's been what, 5 days? You should have got it by now. Peeps, let me know next week if you didn't get it. I'll send you another one.
Also take into account weather patterns.
And make sure that your phones are on mute or vibrate.
And Peeps, just so you know, BC can't make it tonight, so I was going to ask you to co-host. You were on the list of 3, the very, very short list of 3. It was TDS, Weld, and you. So I figured if it was you, I would say because of Junkie's request, I have you back as a co-host. Did we have this talk, VA, that I have a hard time telling you and Junkie apart?
Yes, although she has a little bit more of a twang than I do.
Well, I don't really pay attention, so that's my fault.
Well, that's a whole different problem. Can't help you there.
Okay,
Yeah,
you guys ready to
That's
start?
operator error.
Yeah.
Anybody not ready?
Oh, I'm good.
I gotta chase my turkey out of the attic.
Wow. Okay, we are starting in 5, 4, 3, 2. Alrighty then, guess who is back? Hello and welcome to a Destiny Community Podcast for Guardians and a Guest, episode 30. I am your host, Shady Vale, but I will not do this alone. So I got VA,
Yes, I can drive a stick.
I got Star Wars Junkie.
Live long and prosper.
Wow. Okay, I have TDS filling in for BC. TDS.
Good evening.
And we have a guest, special guest, first-time guest. I like to have the person who's closest to the guest introduce them of the host. And this is a no-brainer. VA, could you introduce the guest and tell us how you know him?
So, Ancient Wolf 01 is my son, who is actually the person that introduced me to Destiny. So I have him to thank for a great many hours spent shooting pixels and making new friends.
Hey, what's up?
Okay, that was almost an introduction. Alrighty then. Well, you didn't say here's our guest. You just like told the story. Okay. Anyway, let's see. Chat, speak up. So we got peeps in there now. I want some more people in the chat. Let's go. The better you are, the better we are. Make it happen. Okay, coming up, we have some shady questions. We have a guest interview. We got a top three. We have some trivia coming up from Junkie, and we have the third degree where chat asks us questions at the end of the podcast. But first, we are sponsored by Anchor. Anchor is a free app. You upload your podcast to it, and they download it all over the internet. And they put us on Spotify. They put us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, among others. So everyone check out Anchor.fm, please. There's a revenue stream there. We're making money, but all proceeds go to St. Jude. And speaking of St. Jude, I have a prop right here. We are doing Project Little Light. Little Light is the nickname the Destiny community gives to all the children at St. Jude. We have raised 22 seconds. It takes $32 a second to sponsor St. Jude. We are up over just this little rinky-dink podcast. This just over $700 we have raised ourselves for St. Jude. And all proceeds going forward forever will go to St. Jude. So I appreciate you guys' help on that. I really, really, really do. Okay, up first, we have the guest interview. BC is not here, so TDS took the mantle. It's all you, TDS.
All right, no pressure. Don't worry. I'll try to live up to BC's reputation. So, as previously mentioned, Wolf, you are VA's son, which puts you, as I believe Shady and I were talking earlier, the first mother-son duo in the clan. We have several father-son duos. I believe you would be the first mother-son duo. Congratulations on that. So we're going to start. My understanding also we talked, you just joined the clan recently, within the last month or so. I don't think we've gotten a chance to play together at all. So to get to know you a little bit better, how did you start gaming? Were you gaming first and you introduced VA, or did VA start gaming and kind of brought you along?
I believe it was my VA started with gaming first, and then I got brought in as a little youngling.
On what game system was that?
I believe my first game system that I ever touched was a PC.
So what brought you over to console?
I think it was more of the ease of how to play a game and the certain types of games that are on consoles.
So was VA a console gamer to begin with, or a computer gamer?
I actually don't know that one. I have
It's
never
both.
actually asked that. Well, there you have your answer. It's both.
At the time he was introduced, it was both.
Nice. So VA introduced you into gaming. Your first game system. What was the first game system that you got as far as console goes?
That would be PS2.
And the game that got you hooked on gaming?
It would be Soul Calibur 2.
Very nice. So I believe you mentioned a little bit ago that you introduced VA into Destiny. Was that Destiny 1 or Destiny 2?
Destiny 1.
Way back
And the
when.
Rise of Iron. Right. Was it Rise
Yep,
of Iron?
right. Yep, Rise of Iron was the last on Destiny, or last Destiny download on PS4, on PS3. PS4, excuse me. It wasn't on PS3. So, and then you carried along into Destiny 2?
Yep.
Very nice. So now that we know a little bit about you, we're going to create some drama on the program. Who would win in a 1v1? You or VA?
I think it would have to depend on the game, but if we're talking about Destiny restrictedly, Destiny 1, I would win. Destiny 2, probably her, because she has more stuff.
I like how we had to put that little bit extra. If we were equal in guns and armor, I could totally take you.
He probably
Very nice.
If we're talking parkour,
So, aside from Destiny, what other games do you game on a lot? Either console or PC?
mostly console. I haven't touched my PC in a while. But mainly, I would have to say Bloodborne is one that I'm playing a lot recently. There was also there would have to sadly Fortnite. Call of Duty, Aliens, and Final Fantasy 14. Those are all things that I've been playing recently.
Very nice. Um, do you have any questions? Go ahead.
No, I can't think of any questions, sadly. Other than, wait, I know. How about, since you asked me, what is either yours or everybody's first video game they ever played?
Well, I would have to go way back to the beginning. It was the original NES. Well, actually, that's not true. It would be Pong from Atari, 2600.
Nice.
Mine was also Pong. On its release. Wasn't like it was around for 10 years when I picked it up. It was on release.
Mine would have been a toss-up between Pong and something on the Commodore 64.
Oh boy. Mine would be Super Mario Brothers.
All right.
Youngin.
Are you old enough to be on this podcast?
I
Can you
am.
reach the mic?
Yeah. We definitely have the older crowd represented in this podcast.
Peep says
now.
Pong. Right there with you, Peeps. Fist bump,
There you
buddy.
Yep.
Old school, baby. OG.
Listen, I was too poor to afford that.
It wasn't
Does it
alive
count that I
for it.
played Galactica for years?
I think that was, well, yeah, that came out before the NES.
Yeah, at the bowling alley. That's quarters.
I was going to say,
the
Arcade.
quarter arcade machines. Yeah.
Do they
Okay.
count?
That's where
Then
it
I
started.
Totally up there.
Yeah, that's where I started before even consoles came around.
Listen, I was a poor girl. I couldn't afford no gaming console.
Okay, TDS, want to wrap up your segment?
All right. So, Wolf, thanks for the time. Thanks for answering a couple of questions. Get to know you a little bit better. Look forward to gaming with you later on.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Okay, before we move on, we have some business to take care of. TDS, apparently, Well did not get your message. He keeps sending me messages saying, do we need him tonight? We don't need him tonight. I'd like him to be the guest next week. Because he was an awesome guest. So I don't want any confusion. I don't want him mad at me. He's probably freaking right now going, oh my god, it's probably started. So just get a hold of Weld, good friend of ours, and just tell him, please be our guest next week. Okay, up next is some trivia. Usually it's Star Wars trivia from Star Wars Junkie, but I think she's going to throw us a curveball today. Junkie?
Oh, absolutely, because, I'm not just a Star Wars junkie. I
You got a
love
one-trick pony?
anything. What's that?
You're not a one-trick pony?
Oh, gosh, no. I like lots of weird stuff. I even got a curveball for you, Shady.
Ooh, bring it.
Gauntless
All
throw.
right. So, did I tell you I used to be a pitcher?
I could go for a pitcher right now. Maybe
Yeah,
Bud
me
Light?
too. All right. So I'm going to throw things up in the air a little bit. We're going to do some Star Trek trivia.
Ooh.
I know. Look at me go. So, first question. In Gene Roddenberry's original treatment for Star Trek, what was the name of the starship itself?
I've heard this. I saw this about a month ago.
Phrase that again. In the original,
Star Trek, what was the name of the starship?
We talking about in production? Do we have to know the numbers at the end of it, or?
No, gosh, no. I'm pretty sure
I know
it's just
when
name.
in the first script it was a different. They had a different name. It was also a ship, a real ship in the Navy, but I think before
Yes.
they changed it to Enterprise, but it was a real
was
ship.
it Constellation, which ended up becoming its class?
I'm thinking like Missouri.
Next. TDS, you got anything for me?
Oh, I got nothing. I have zero chance of Star Trek trivia.
Do you know any Navy ships names, like battleships?
Just the decommissioned ones that you hear of.
Well, that qualifies. This is like 40 years ago.
Yeah, well, the ones that are named after presidents. That's all I got.
Okay, I think this one's named after, I don't know, Enterprise isn't a state or a president.
No, it's a car company.
Mm.
They just rented the Enterprise?
They'll pick you up.
I was waiting for it.
Yep.
Who has an answer?
All right, Wolfie, anything for me?
Nah, I ain't got anything.
I'm not
Hello?
sure he's seen very many Star Treks.
No.
Oh,
Although
whose
if
fault
there
is
is,
that?
It's not his jam. There's only so much the geek gene passed down.
I'm sorry. What? I enjoy Star Trek when I watch it. I just don't like the newer movies. I like the old ones, the old show.
Yeah, those were good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no,
Our-
But on the Enterprise thing, do you think Star Trek has Enterprise?
I'm guessing they do.
Not with the beams. If they beam you up, you don't need to have a car to take you places.
It's true.
Well,
What
somebody's
about-
got to push the button.
Well, all those times we went back in time, though.
Well, from the books, yes, they do. They do have an equivalent of.
Okay, what's the answer? Let's just keep this moving.
Mm-hmm.
Yorktown.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry, that one was kind of easy. All right, here's another easy one. Because you guys, you're not too mean to me. So, which alien race did Ronald Reagan say reminded him of Congress?
Call-outs?
Romulans.
Yeah, that's
Klingons.
what I was gonna say. I would have to say Romulans, because
Who has an answer?
All right. Anybody
Again,
else?
I ain't got a chance.
No.
You just heard two
Just-
species
That's
right
what I
there.
have to go with, which isn't a new answer. I can't add on.
Yeah,
The
again,
two Romulans? That's what we got?
I said Klingons.
Apparently, and a
Oh, you-
Klingon.
Oh, well, I didn't hear you, Shady.
I said Klingons because they're jerks.
Oh, and that's how you compare Congress. Alrighty then.
All
But
politicians are
Klingons also
jerks.
have some honor, and well, Congress doesn't.
Actually, it was the Klingons. Ronald
Oh.
Reagan did the set on the movie set in 1991, and he says, "I like these guys. They remind me of Congress." Talking about the Klingons. Ta-da! Look at you, Shady. All right, here's your curveball. Has nothing to do with Star Wars or Star Trek.
Uh-oh.
So, in the never-ending story, what is the name that he has to call out?
Oh.
He has to name the nothingness,
Ooh.
and when he yells it out, it's inaudible. Even with closed
Nope,
caption. I tried.
Nope.
Good.
He's got to call out for the name. What's the warrior's name? He's got to call out to him.
Atreyu. That was the name of the warrior.
Yep, he's got to call out that name. Atreyu.
Yay.
Sorry, it's also one of my favorite bands. Y'all got stuck with it. No, I figured I'd throw that one in there because, I love the never-ending story. It's one of my favorites.
Well, you are the commissioner of trivia on this
Peeps,
podcast. So
Peeps having about as much luck as the rest of us.
sorry, guys.
Pass,
I
pass.
got kicked to orbit because I wasn't paying attention. Let me get us back to the helm.
yeah, same here.
No problem. I'm in the helm. So whoever wants to join.
Well, I don't have anything else for trivia because you guys just, are too good for me.
We try.
I know. And I'm just going to start doing random trivia for all us geeks. I'm good with that.
Okay, that wraps up Star Trek trivia. Curveball, it was. Up next
Ta-da!
is my favorite segment on the podcast. That is Top 3 with VA. VA, where's our top 3 this week?
This week, the top 3 is going to be your favorite singers. We did that one a while ago, but we have a new group here this time around. So
Well, you
figured
are the
we
commissioner of
revisit it.
top 3. You can do whatever you want.
So, TD, you get to start.
Are bands allowed, or does it have to be
Yes.
just straight
It can be.
singers?
Nah, it could be singers or groups.
Easily number 1, Real Big Fish, followed by Offspring, and probably Korn.
Okay. Let's see here. Star Wars. How about you?
Oh, definitely number 1 would be AC/DC. Number 2, very close number 2 would be Shinedown. And then just to throw y'all for a curveball, because you probably didn't see it coming, is Patsy Cline.
What genre is that second one?
Shinedown?
Shinedown. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh, they're amazing. They're rock.
Man, and they've been going for a while, too.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And they are so amazing. So amazing.
Alrighty, Wolf.
So I only know the name of one of them. It's the lead singer for Panic at the Disco, Brandon Urie. And then second favorite band would have to be Set It Off. And then third would be Fall Out Boy. Fall Out Boy. Gee, my voice does not like me. Fall Out Boy. Crap.
I thought you were done squeaking.
Is that a squeak? Just. Whew.
Well, that happens during puberty too. Alrighty. Shady?
Well, you said singer, not group, but I'm going to go
Well,
singer.
singer or group. I mean,
I'm going to name the singer of the group
musicians.
because
Excuse me.
I have knowledge.
Musician.
I'm going to go with Tim McGraw, Carrie Underwood, and Robert Plant. Who's the lead singer of Led Zeppelin, kids?
Not my genre.
Listen, I'm not answering. I'm not allowed to be right all the time. No.
Crickets.
No, I only know Led Zeppelin as a group. I'm not into them enough to know any of their people.
Peep says
Robert
George
Plant.
Strait, Rage Against the Machine, and Metallica.
Ooh, excellent taste, sir.
I like Rage Against the Machine. Joe Morello is a fantastic guitarist.
Mm-hmm. All right, and mine are Pentatonics, Epica, and Lorena McKennitt.
Who's that?
Lorena McKennitt is an artist that does a she started off as a Celtic singer, and then she kind of had her music influenced by Arabian and Middle Eastern sounds and some Asian sounds, and she's new age, but she has a very ethereal type voice. And she's from Ireland.
Is she a redhead? And gorgeous?
I think she's strawberry blonde. She's not ugly. I mean, she's gorgeous, but she's pretty.
Okay.
Epica's a redhead, though. The lead singer for Epica. All right, and that is this week's top 3.
Outstanding. Awesome as always. Okay, coming up, we got some shady questions, but first, the third degree is on the way. This is where people in chat get to ask any host or all of us a question, and we have to answer it. So if you want to embarrass us, now's your time. Anyone want to pick up VA with their son listening? All right, we can do that. So up next, shady questions. The first one is always about. Come on, guys. Pizza.
Huzzah!
Thank you. Yes, way to pay attention. Okay, I gave this question to Junkie days ago, so I want to hear her. She had days to think about this. She may have a good answer. I'm going to save her to the last. But first up, Wolfie, what do you think? In Scotland, how do they prefer their pizza cooked? In Scotland, how do they prefer their pizza cooked?
I would have to guess, what, fire baked, I think it is. Fire baked pizza is what it's called. I would have
Okay.
to guess that.
On a grill?
Yeah.
Okay. VA?
I'm gonna go with a like a thinner crust, not necessarily a flatbread, but a thinner crust.
Well, how are they going to cook it?
Um,
I mean, pizza
Cooking
oven
it in
may
a
be too obvious. I mean, it might be.
not a pizza oven. I think like a home oven.
Okay, regular oven. TDS?
I'm going along with the fire too, but I think like one of those fire brick ovens.
Okay. Junkie?
Okay, at first I was gonna say campfire, but then I was like,
People in
yeah,
Scotland might camp.
no.
You don't know. Don't judge.
It rains too much and you got sheep everywhere. It's really bad. Anyway,
Wow.
Oh wow. Oh my god.
so I'm gonna go for stovetop.
Stovetop. Okay, chat, you got any ideas? How do people in Scotland prefer their pizza cooked? I'll give you a couple minutes. We're running really, really good on time. Like, it's going to be like a half-hour show. You just like stretch it out a little bit. We have
Well,
7
that's
people
because we got to
watching,
the shady questions.
so we have like 4 people in chat right now, and only Peeps is talking.
Well, I'm
How-
one of
how
the
do you-
watchers,
How do you
so I
guys
keep an
prefer
eye
your
on the
pizza
chat.
cooked? How do you guys like your pizza cooked? I mean, obviously done in a stone oven, I guess would be ideal for Americans. It takes like 7 minutes to cook a pizza.
I like pan pizzas.
I actually like them coming out of the fire ovens. Those I've had one of those. They were really good.
It depends on the ingredients in the dough. I mean, the cheese makes the pizza pretty much. Okay, well, chat's quiet. So the answer, you guys are all wrong. I was surprised. I was surprised, as you guys are going to be, for this answer. People in Scotland like their pizza deep fried.
Huh.
Huh.
That sounds interesting.
Well, you can
I
deep
was
fry
almost
anything.
there. I was so close.
You said stovetops, but the fryer's right next to it, so you were close.
I was on it, not in it.
Okay, up next, this is a question that's philosophical a little bit,
pizza.
and we get to explore each other a little bit, not in the bad way, in the good way. Mental.
Because that would be Guardians After Dark.
It would way
Yes.
after dark. Okay, answer the question: are you a leader or a follower? TDS.
I could do both. It depends on the situation.
Elaborate.
Elaborate. I have zero problem taking control of a situation because I have to a lot of times.
Being a police
But-
officer, FYI.
I tend to not want to take control, let other people handle things, and only interject if I have to, just to avoid getting into that kind of stuff,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
It does. Junkie.
Mhm.
I would like to say that I am a follower and I get shoved into the leader position a lot, but that's not where I'm comfortable.
Why not?
Well, when you're in charge, everybody knows if you mess up. I do that a lot. Ugh. So, but I would rather be a follower. You give me a task, I am very task oriented. Give me a task, I will complete it. Pick me to make the task, good luck. We'll be
Okay.
chasing squirrels.
VA.
Yeah, I guess I like that along those lines. I like being the leader because that way I know if it's screwed up, it's my fault. But that way I'm also in charge of making sure it doesn't screw up.
Mhm.
You want something done right. All right, VA.
Honestly, it's situational, but being a leader is not something I have a problem with.
Okay.
As
Have
Aura
any
could tell you.
examples?
I was the first gal to run for president of the Vocational Industrial Clubs of America chapter at my high school, and VICA is your auto mechanics, your electronics folks, your drafting. What was there? Basically, it's like 5 different vocationals, and then there's cosmetology. So I was the only girl to run for president of VICA, at least up until the time I graduated. So I had to go to all the classrooms and talk to mostly guys. Um,
Okay.
and so, yeah, I've been president in my SAD club. I'm an admin, 2 different destinies. I've been admins in other clans. So, yeah, I don't really have a problem taking charge if necessary.
All right. Weld says he's a leader. He joined chat. I
Yay! He
think he's
joined
going
us
to be our
briefly in the
guest.
in the well, in the helm there.
Yeah, Weld.
Hi, Weld.
Weld, are you going to be our guest next week? Please say yes.
No pressure.
Not after being kicked out of being a host for this week.
Wolfie, follower leader.
I I like to be leader, just like how was said before. That way, if there is a mistake, you know whose fault it is, and you can also try and prevent it. However, I'm usually shoved into being a follower usually, so
Would you prefer one or the other?
I prefer being a planner. I don't like making decisions, so I'd have to say follower, supportive follower. There you go.
Has anybody seen the movie Idiocracy?
No, I've heard of it, but
It's
that's as
about
far as that
a
goes.
military guy. I forgot the guy's name, and a woman were frozen, and the people forgot, and they woke up like 1,000 years later, and everybody in the world's stupid, but they're the smartest people on the planet. And his line was, whenever they said to me, "Lead, follow, or get out of the way," I always got out of the way, which
Hmm.
isn't the point of that term. For
No.
me, it depends on I'm going to go Destiny. This is a Destiny community podcast. 4 Guardians and a guest. Shameless plug. But when it comes to Destiny, when I'm on a fire team with my friends, blueberries can go either way. With my friends, but almost all of my friends are better Guardians than I am. They're the first ones in the room. They're killing stuff. They get twice as many kills. I'm trying to catch up, but I figured I'll just be a support role. I'll hang back with my sniper or bow, pick off the enemies, pick them up when they die, and try to do some damage to the boss. So I'm definitely a follower when it comes to strikes and stuff with friends. But this podcast, I'm okay with leading. I am the host, and I try to direct all this, and hopefully it goes well. If it doesn't, it's all my fault. But it's fun. I have a good time doing these podcasts all the time. Anybody else got anything to
Your
add?
your gear selection backs that up too, as we discovered the other day when one of our clanmates was giving you a hand in a
When
raid.
TARDIS is shady?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shady Tard. He was calling himself. But yeah, when he was trying, we're like, "Do you have such? No. You have such? No. You have such? No. Well, what do you have?" So yeah, you definitely run the support role quite well.
He messed up my account pretty good. It took me like 15 minutes to get it back to where I know what I was doing. I mean, he
Oof.
changed the controls on the controller. I go to melee and I throw smoke or something. I mean, it was just incredibly bad. I don't know. No, but bless him. He's helping me get stuff that I would normally not get. But he gets paid.
Yeah.
He gets paid real money, not glimmer. He gets paid like actual money.
And he's he likes helping out clanmates because not everybody can
Oh, he'd do it. He'd
have
do it for
skill.
free. He would absolutely do it for free. But
But
I don't want, because I work for a charity. I don't want charity, so I'm willing to pay him a decent sum to getting stuff that I need. But I've given a lot of money to Bungie for Destiny. I mean,
oh
hundreds
God,
and
yeah.
hundreds of dollars. But I am less than 200 hours away from 10,000 hours in the franchise between
Are you
D1 and
serious?
D2.
Oh my
Between D1
goodness.
and D2, I'm less than 200 hours away. So you divide the amount of money I've paid by the hours I've gotten, I'm paying like less than a penny an hour.
Yeah.
So I think they may owe me. I don't know.
Well,
Okay.
and then there's the friendships too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Of course. Okay. This one I changed because we have a mother-son team here. I didn't want anything to
Oh.
get awkward. So, thoughts or feelings on the first time you had fast food? TDS? How
I
old were
can't
you?
remember
What,
oh
was it?
God, I couldn't
I was
even
gonna
tell you what.
say, I think stone tablets might have still been in use for some of us in here.
Well,
I'm
McDonald's
sure
I
were
it
know
in the
was.
payphones
50s.
were still existence.
Yeah, gas was a
Yep.
quarter.
Okay, it wasn't quite that cheap, but
They paid you
yeah.
a quarter to take it.
Yep, because I got yelled at because I pumped the 40-cent gas because it was premium, and I got yelled at from my mom. Yep, not a traumatic experience at all.
So,
I
fast
could
food.
I couldn't even tell you it was. I would probably say chances are it was McDonald's, and I'm sure as a child I loved it, but I could not tell you if it was true or not.
Well,
We're talking that's 30
we're
plus
not
years
going to do
ago.
fact checking here. We're not going to like make some calls and see if it's true.
You might not, but I will.
No,
No, look at me go.
All right.
No, actually, I called your mom the other day, and it was Burger King. You liar!
Slacker.
Have to do like an amendment next week. Junkie, what
You
about you?
lied to us?
And don't mention Burger King on your date, because that better not have been the first time.
Oh gosh. All right. Actually, I think it was Arby's.
Oh, that's
Wow.
fantastic. First choice.
I think my grandmother was addicted to Arby's. And I remember seeing the Arby's hat on a bag and the curly fries.
yeah, it does have a distinctive logo.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, I remember distinctly her saying, I need the roast beef. And then she started doing the where's the beef thing.
Which is the other chain.
Yes.
Yep.
It wasn't even that chain.
Listen, you gotta understand my grandmother though. That's just how she was. She pulled up to the counter and said, "Where's my beef?"
Oh wow.
She was interesting. So yeah, Arby's with curly fries.
Curly fries are awesome. Wolfie?
And I got really mad because if I remember correctly, I got mad because I didn't get a special toy.
The best curly fry ever when you find it in your regular fries. That is like the bonus
Mhm.
of bonuses. It's like you won $1,000. You get the curly fry with the regular fries. All right, Wolfie?
I, since my memory is terrible, I don't remember what the first fast food I had was, but I do know that I probably really liked it.
VA, can you answer that for him? Because you were probably there.
Yeah, it would have been for him. It was probably McDonald's, just because there's a lot of them in our hometown.
I'm a normie. No.
All right, VA, now it's your turn.
Mine actually ooh. It was probably McD's, but there's also the possibility it was a Hardee's. Just because where I was living at the time, there's a lot of the chains that are around now just weren't in the area because they weren't in the Mid-Atlantic region. Um, so I remember a lot of Hardee's growing up. I remember Church's growing up, but I'm pretty sure it was McD's because that was a highlight. I remember a highlight. If my sister and I were good, we'd get some McD's right before we went into Kmart. So
Wow.
Woo
yeah,
woo.
Cliche
I know.
Central. Nice. Does anyone
Yeah.
remember A&W when they had roller skating girls bring the food to you?
Okay, listen. I was so
No.
thinking of that. So I actually have been to the original one. It is amazing. They are amazing.
You had to roll your window halfway up so they put the tray on it, and then like the driver
Yes.
would disperse the food to everybody.
Yep, they put the tray on your window. They come out with roller skates. It's completely chauvinistic because it's only cute little bubbly teenage girls wearing pigtails and, you know. So I'm just saying. But you had to push the button to say it, there wasn't, order here. You just had to push the call button. And that actually is amazing if anybody is ever in Tompkins County or
Where's
Cortland
Tompkins
County, New
In
York.
County?
what state?
Oh, New York.
Yes, Cortland County, New York. That is
Okay.
actually where the original A&W is.
Okay.
Yes. And they give you frosted root beer glasses full of
Nice.
freshly made A&W root beer.
I was told by my father that A&W root beer used to be so much better when he was a kid. They would put a 3-inch amount of foam on top and it wouldn't go away. It was like
Yeah,
It was
you
naturally
can
made.
probably made in. It was also probably made with sugar as opposed to high fructose corn syrup like
Oh,
it is now.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And sugar has different properties.
You could order your hamburger with like double cheese, onions, and cigarettes if you wanted to. That was the time back then.
Yeah, you could totally order a pack of Lucky Strikes when you ordered your food.
Jeez.
There was the vending machine.
Okay, chat. We are doing the third degree right now. If you have any questions for us, please. We
Dun,
have
dun,
3 other
dun.
people watching this besides the host. So, Weld or Peeps, if you're still here, you got a question for us? Go ahead. For me, my family, I had 3 brothers. My poor mother, she had 4 sons. They were my half brothers, though. But we were a middle class family. We just never went out to eat. I mean, never. And my father would take my mother out maybe on their anniversary, but I was never I went to go to fast food. I think I was like 10 or 11, and I was staying with some other family, like a sleepover with a friend, and they took me to McDonald's, and I was so pissed at my mother, who's a good cook, but she doesn't compare to McDonald's. McDonald's, I mean, the
No.
fries. I got like a hamburger, fries, and a shake. I was like, oh my god, this exists. I,
Mm-hmm.
I send my mail here. I'm here forever. But yeah, no, fast food is bad for you, but definitely in in moderation. Okay, this
Aw.
next shady question I pulled out of the box because we are running way short on time. We still have like 25 minutes, and we're almost up to the outro. But this shady question I've done twice, and it always sparks a good conversation. And we have TDS here, who's a police officer. This is great. He's had this
Uh-oh.
question before.
Uh,
V, I don't know if you had it before, but I know TDS has. Here's the situation. It's 6 p.m. We're going to do this for everybody, but we're going to go in the round. Pretend all of us live in the same town. It's 6 p.m. I call you, or somebody else calls you, and they say, I need to be bailed out. They hang
Oh,
up.
this one.
Yep. They need to be.
Yes, I was part of
I
this
need
one.
to be. I need to be bailed out, and they hang up. What do you assume each one of us did? We'll start with VA. She likes this one. What do you assume I did? What do you assume TDS, the police officer, did? What do you assume Junkie did? And what do you assume, oh, Wolfie did?
All right, so for TD, let's see here. He was playing Good Samaritan and roughed up some jackass who was, you know, chewing out who was like, stealing from a little old lady or something.
He said
Um,
he said Hunter sucked.
let's see here. Star Wars. Oh my.
Oh yeah, pick one. You can't go wrong. You're right, no matter
Yeah.
what you say.
Wow. Um, yeah, yeah, speeding too fast in her car. I'll make it nice and uh, polite. For you,
you can't hurt
Shady.
my feelings, darling.
Well, I don't know you quite as well as Shady does, so I'm sure he'll throw you under the bus and back it up a couple times.
Oh, for sure.
Let's see here. For Shady, I need to be bailed out. Oh dear. Um, He accused of embezzling because he's being too generous with his food pantry.
See, now VA has an unrealistic opinion of me. She thinks I'm like a saint. She is so, so wrong.
No, but see the way you've portrayed yourself, both on this podcast and in the clan chat. I am hard pressed to think of any kind of misbehavior that you would engage with that did not come from a good place.
Okay,
Let's
I'm
see
not gonna
here.
give you I'm not gonna give you details or any more details. But I am on probation for 4 more months.
Woohoo!
That was a 5 year. It was 5 years. I'm down to 4 months.
Wow.
I have a downside.
Mm.
I'm human.
And let's see here for Wolf. Oh boy.
Oh wow.
Let's see here.
You
I got
should know
wolf
me
pegged.
so well.
Actually, I think it would be a case he'd get bailed out because he punched the crap out of somebody who was being a bully while being a bigot of some kind, whether it's sexist or homophobic or
He was
something like that, or
representing.
racist.
He stood in.
He was representing.
He was the
Yeah.
white knight.
Well, he has always. That's one thing I am very proud of him for. Putting the mom hat on is that he has always had a very strong sense of fairness ever since he was a little kid. And that has been interesting to raise, but it also is something I am proud of him about, that he's got a very strong sense of right and wrong.
Awesome.
Now, if we can just put that into some ambition, would be great.
Nah, too lazy.
There was the positive encouragement and a little negative reinforcement there too.
We're gonna
Well done on the parenting. Well done on the parenting.
we're gonna save TDS. He's an expert. So Junkie.
Okay, let's see here. Just from the little bit that I have garnered from the little bit that I've been here. So, VA, you are very, very strong in your convictions. So I'm thinking that you probably would need to get bailed out for being in a march that went south. And
Actually, that's
protest that
pretty
went south.
right. Okay, I don't know what it says because you're like the second person for this question that's mentioned that.
Yeah, I thought it was
So-
deja
It's,
vu
it's because
here.
you're so convicted with your what you say you mean. You are 100% backing what you say. That's where I
That's
get
like I
that
say.
from.
It's like I say, she doesn't have a censor button.
Hey, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
And you
mine's
would
pretty broke.
probably be right there next to her. So,
Well, it depends on the topic.
Actually,
so yeah, you two are down. Let's see, TDS. Pleasure to meet you for the first time ever.
It is. This is true.
Wow.
So let's see. I would say for you, you would have to get bailed out, probably for speeding.
In
I'm
a
gonna
diff-
say you're
in a different county because he was pulled over by one of his coworkers. They would have said, "Keep going."
Yeah, no, he'd probably think he was like playing with them, and they'd be like, "Yeah, dude, no,
But if it's in a
no."
rival county, they'd be like, "Oh, you jerk! Here's your ticket."
We don't have a rival county. I know everybody 3 counties around us.
All right. Well,
All right, no road trip for you, TDS. All right, so Shady, you would totally have to get bailed out for throwing a can of food at somebody's head.
Woo!
all right. I'm gonna defend myself on this one. Your daughter walked into my pantry. She was 35 feet away. A can of pork fell off the shelf 3 times without provocation. There was no gravity involved. It just slid and hit like a ghost was pushing it. So I hit it against the ground, and you know what? After that, now one can has fallen off the shelf since. I have them all in line. They are all know the consequence when you fall off my shelf. You get dented and
That's
given to
okay.
someone else.
I would bail you out.
I have a temper. I rage quit Destiny 100 times. I have a temper. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll believe that one with the few times that you've lost it in
Yeah, I'm done.
chat.
See you
Yep.
guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Wolfie. You don't know
Yes.
you don't know anyone but VA. So the
I know,
other three of
so-
us is going to be a shot in the dark.
Yeah. So I'll start off with the person that I do know. Probably. So for VA, probably too many speeding tickets. Probably parked in the wrong spot, and probably also got involved in a march and forgot where her car is.
Nailed it.
I was gonna say,
There's
I think
a
it might have
story
happened.
here somewhere.
Yep.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
only with the tickets part, but I just find it funny that he'll forget where my car's at. Yeah, that might have happened a time or two.
It happens.
So, and then I'll go with the most recent answer that I came up with in my head for Junkie. Probably harassment for asking somebody too many questions
Okay.
about Star
I
Wars.
don't like you no more.
Let's go to Shady. You know what? I don't. Now I'm gonna toss up if I want to throw you under the bus or not. Let's go with probably.
Go for it.
Vroom vroom, dude. Vroom vroom.
The bus has tires for a reason.
Let's go with probably got falsely accused of assault and battery, probably first degree murder. So yeah.
Okay.
I like the falsely
He was
accused
the other
part.
guy in the
I like
grassy
that
knoll.
caveat.
You got one left.
And then we got TD. Man, I don't... And that's a hard question. You know what? I'm gonna go with something nobody's answered. You probably stole something.
Oh,
Something
Use that
worth
badge.
over $5,000.
Oh, a felony. That's like
Use
class
that badge.
A,
Mm.
maybe class
Oh,
B.
you liked that necklace, didn't you?
It was a gift.
Self-claimed gift. Yeah.
No, he bought it from
Happy
someone
birthday,
who said
honey.
it was his. He tried to pawn it and then got arrested. He didn't like rob a store. It was like he thought it was legitimate, but it came out wrong. Okay, this is gonna be quick. This is gonna be real easy. Junkie, nude in public. VA, nude in public. Woofy, shoplifting. TDS, parking tickets.
You said that last time too.
Well,
What the
yeah,
hell do you think I am?
yeah.
Think I'm some kind of hussy?
No, I'm saying
Apparently
circumstances
we're
happen.
voyeurs.
You aren't?
Circumstances happen. We had the
I'm
question,
probably
have you
gonna
ever
get
been
my
nude in
ass.
public? And I got 5 yeses out of that, so yeah.
I'm probably gonna get a turn talking to, but you aren't, Ma.
What, a hussy?
Uh-huh.
No, I'm not.
You sure?
He did listen to last week's podcast.
Guardians After Dark just started. Go.
I think last week's questionable, extra shady question was best time having sex, and you did answer that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dance around that a bit.
we have the audio proof.
Yeah,
Okay, up next.
forever on the internet.
Up next is this or that. I got 3. They're not bad. Okay, first this or that. Horror movies or comedies?
Ugh, comedy.
Who said that?
That would be me, Junkie.
Me. Yeah, that was me. Thank you. VA?
Finger it
Pass.
out, man.
Honestly, neither. Neither.
You're not a movie person.
Well, I am. I'm very much a movie person, but I don't touch horror thrillers at all, and I'm not a big one for comedies. I really, really am not. Get me into a drama or a sci-fi fantasy, and my butt is there. Midnight Madness opening weekend. I'm waiting for
All
tickets
right.
for Dune.
Wolfie?
I would actually go for horror.
Eh.
Any particular franchise you like?
Honestly, if they do replays of the older, Friday the 13th, Halloween movies, Chucky, I'll be there.
Okay.
You know the new Halloween's coming out in a week or two.
I
They
know,
are remaking
but-
Halloween?
Yeah,
they're
but
re-
the
well, it's a
storyline they're going
continuation.
for is...
Oh, gotcha.
But the
I think
storyline
it's
they're going
closing it
for
out.
is... Yeah. They're hunting
I think they're
Halo.
closing. Yeah, well, I think they're closing out that saga because Jamie Lee Curtis is getting up there.
I mean, yeah.
Looks fine for her age, but she's getting up
She can't scream like she used to.
there.
TDS?
Now it would be comedy. 20 years ago, it was horror. I was all Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay. Junkie?
Actually met Robert Englund.
Nice!
Ooh, nice.
Wow. Jealous. Junkie?
I said comedy because you didn't give my favorite, so I don't do horror at all because I live in a really old haunted farmhouse. So yeah, no thank you. I'm around enough dead, scary things. I'm good.
Okay,
No,
well,
I'd rather have an action
Shitty.
movie.
that wasn't part of the question. You are not the commissioner of this or that. I am. So, motion denied.
Damn.
I'm going comedy.
Burn.
I don't like a lot of comedy movies. I mean, there are some that are absolutely fantastic. I mean, Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah, I'd say the older
Um,
comedies are way better than the new comedies that
Blazing
have came out.
Saddles.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yep.
Who
Naked
had-
Guns.
who had the
classics.
genius to write that? I can't stand horror movies. I think I've seen half a horror movie in my entire life. So definitely comedies, and very, very few. Okay, the next one's kind of an odd question. I don't know why I came up with this one. I don't know what I was thinking, but it's kind of like financial. I don't know.
401k or Roth. No.
Credit or cash? TDS, you're vocal.
Oh,
on this
I've
one.
never. I can't tell you the last time I've carried cash on me. Everything's credit, unfortunately.
Neither. 'Cause you have none.
Unfortunately, yeah, I'm broke. I was a poor girl. Does change count?
That's cash. That's technically cash.
That's cash.
technically
You got
cash, yep.
VA?
Hybrid, honestly, a check card,
Okay. I'm with you on that one. Wolfie?
but very little cash.
I prefer cash, but I'll use credit.
I don't. I mean, a hybrid. I have a debit card. It has to be cash in the bank for it to work. I have never in my life had a credit card because I knew after I got married, if I got credit cards, I would be in debt the rest of my life because my wife was freaking insane. She would have maxed them out
And
in
that's
a
why
day.
she's an ex.
That's why she's an ex. So yeah, I've never had a credit card. I have no credit score. I went to buy a car and they go, "You have no credit score." I go, "Isn't that better than having bad credit?" They're like, "No."
Yeah, it's not actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, so yeah, I had to pay cash. Okay, the next one is about music. Hey, this is a well-balanced show. Rock or hip hop?
Rock.
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 Wolfie?
You know
I
what hip
forgot
hop
I
is?
muted. I'm a big dumb.
I forgot I muted.
Well, you are my son.
I had
so-
3 quick answers. I got one more.
I'm sorry. I would like to rock.
Wow, 4 rocks. For me, it would depend on what kind of rock. If it was modern, I'd be all over it. If it was classical, I'm going hip hop because I spent 3 years as a on-air personality for a local radio station playing classic rock. I have heard every classic rock song hundreds of times. I've heard it.
Chat, you have any preference on any of these, this or that?
Chat's
All
been
got
quiet.
really quiet.
I mean, we have a
Yeah.
third degree question, which I'm curious about. But you know, chat fell asleep. We have 7 people here. We have 4 people that are not on the podcast are watching chat, and no one's talking. Come on, guys. We'll give you shout outs. Let's go.
Just because it's Monday, don't act at people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the third degree questions. Ooh, this one's going to be controversial. We may never recover. This may be our last podcast. This is
Good
gonna,
boy.
may go viral, and we're all going to be in jail. Peeps ask, fast food or home cooked? Wow, ooh, I know. He's not supposed to talk about those kind of subjects.
I was gonna say because it all depends on who's cooking.
Well, VA,
I
you
prefer to
don't
cook at
like to
home,
cook.
but we eat out way too much fast food.
I mean, obviously, home cooked is more healthy. Obviously.
I beg to differ.
What do you cook at
Have you
home?
ever had
What do you deep
Kentucky
fry in
food?
butter? Are you deep frying
Come
butter at
down
home?
south, it ain't.
Yeah, you cook everything in a pound of lard. Everything.
Ugh. I would have to say fast casual, but fast food. Somebody else cooks and somebody else cleans.
It's like your motto. That should be a tattoo.
You, ask Ulrich. I really am all about I will clean up after you as long as you do not trash the kitchen while you're cooking. My 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 boyfriend's partner is an amazing cook. So.
Nice.
Mhm.
Who hasn't answered? Wolfie?
I prefer home cooked. I'll probably go get fast food, then experiment at home to remake it.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't have to cook it.
No, even if I wanted to cook it.
I'm gonna point to this podcast. I have
Peeps?
the
I
audio.
said to remake.
Peeps is giving a shout out to his peeps.
All right.
Are they sugary bird doves or rabbits?
It's us.
Aw.
Mhm.
I
Are we
prefer
fast
home
food or
cooked.
cooked? I mean,
I prefer
peeps?
home cooked. You can get
Okay.
you can get a
Believe that.
solid big meal home cooked. I do like fast food, and it is really good, but you have to, every 6 months maybe. But you know, home cooked. Give me like homemade fried chicken, mashed potatoes and gravy, and maybe some corn on the cob, and yeah, that's something right there.
Yum.
Okay, we're here to the
Pardon your
outro.
arteries at home.
Absolutely.
Has everyone answered? I assume.
I believe everybody
Okay.
did.
Alrighty
Yeah,
then.
except, well, Peeps and Welding didn't quite answer.
Slackers.
Well, it was Peep's question. He still could
So-
answer.
True.
Okay, here's the outro. Where can we find everybody? Guess who's going first?
Is it me?
Oh.
All right. So you can find me at VA_witch on PSN as well as Twitch. And you can find me as VA Witch on YouTube and Twitter without the underscore.
Outstanding. TDS?
All I got is TDS404 on PSN.
That's enough. 100 people are going to watch this. They could all give you a friend request. You never know. They may want a cop on their side. Wolfie?
Ancient Wolf 01 on PSN, and on YouTube, same thing, Ancient Wolf 01.
Outstanding. Junkie?
Everywhere except late for dinner.
Outstanding. I am ShadyVale35. No space between the letters and the numbers. I'll be on YouTube channel and on PSN. Thanks for watching this. If you are, I appreciate it. Next week's guest is going to be Welding Cook, one of our really good guests. This should be fun. Hopefully BC will be back, and hopefully Chad will be rocking, and we should have a good time next week. So you can find us at the same outlet that you found us this week, if it's my YouTube channel, or if it's Spotify, or any other channel, like Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts, we'll be there. Check us out. Okay, now we don't have BC here to take us out. Who's going to dare to step up and try to rock the extra here, the outro, the slap that like button like a mama taught you right? Who's got the guts to do it? I'm looking for volunteers. Bueller?
All right, I'll try it again. Let's see if I can screw it up like I did last time.
Well, if you screwed up the
Too
first
bad,
one,
I'll
you
do it
get
again.
2 tries. You get 2 tries.
Woohoo! All right. Slap that mom.
Yep.
Like I
That's one.
said.
That's one.
Slap
one.
that mama. All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Slap your mama like the talk you like.
Slap that button like your mama taught you right.
That is our show. Episode 30 in the books, guys. Nice job. Almost exactly an hour. Nice going, guys.